Hello, welcome back to Make It with Tim. If you enjoy DIY and you want to see how I do DIY jobs around my house, then click the subscribe button below and follow along. Today I'm going to be showing you how I went from this to this. So here we have what I'm going to be putting up today. We've got the wall hooks, and the kit comes with the screws, the raw plugs and the caps to go over the top of the screws. So to put these up, I'm going to start by measuring up the wall I want to put it on to make sure that I get it nice and centered. When I was working out where to put these hooks, I was also thinking about things like the length of the coats that we had, anything that we might want to store underneath the coats, and easy reach height for both myself and my wife. Once I'd found the center spot, I made a mark on the wall and used this mark to line up the center screw hole on the coat hooks. I then used a spirit level to help me make sure that the coat hooks were nice and level. Once I was happy, I marked up the other screw holes with a pencil so I knew exactly where to drill the holes. Now that I have the marks for where I'm going to drill the holes, I need to make sure that there's no wiring or piping or anything else that I'm going to damage in the wall when I drill. Once I'm happy with my checks, I need to pick the right drill bit to match the size of my raw plug, and then find the length of my screw so I know how deep to drill the hole. I then mark my drill piece with a bit of tape so when I'm drilling it's really obvious how deep I need to go. Once I was happy with where my drill holes were going to go and that there were no wires or pipes behind those holes in the wall, and I had my drill piece set up with its depth marker, I then proceeded to drill the holes. As you can see, I drilled down to the marking tape on the drill piece and then pushed the raw plugs in, giving them a light tap afterwards with a hammer to make sure that they were flush with the wall. With the screw holes drilled and the raw plugs in place, it was time to put up the coat hooks. I started by putting the middle screw in first. This allowed me to put the other two screws in without worrying about the whole coat hook mechanism dangling. It's also worth mentioning with this set of coat hooks that they come with little caps to cover up the screws. So when you put the screws in, you need to put the first bit of the cap already on the screw before you put it into the wall. That means that you can put the top part of the cap on once everything's in place. I also didn't tighten the screws completely until I had all three in place. By doing this, it allows you to have a little bit of wiggle room to make sure you can get all the screws in before you finally tighten them and fix everything where it's going to stay. Once I was happy, I did a quick final check with the spirit level just to make sure everything really was level. It was then time to put the finishing touches on, which in this case were the caps on the screws, just to make sure it all looked great. As you can see, the caps go on really easily. They just push over the top of the base bits that you'd already put onto the screws before you screwed them into the wall. And here you can see the finished coat hooks. If anybody's interested in these coat hooks or any of the tools that I used in today's video, there will be links in the description below. We're all done. The coat rack's up and the coats are in place. And as you can see, the door now shuts and opens without any problems at all. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you have enjoyed this video and maybe you've learned something new along the way. If you want to share any of your experiences with coat racks, then please tell me below. But I hope that you now feel more able to tackle this project in your own home. So until next time, take care, stay safe, and God bless.